Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. The Honorable Tukai Haji Muhammad Hasan Mutawakil Andallah, SHMM, caregiver of Zainul Hasan Ngenggong Islamic Boarding School, Associate Professor Dr. Abdul Aziz Wahab, BIMAG, Rector of Zainul Hasan Islamic University, and Dr. Zainuddin M.Pd, our respected lecturer and supervisor. I am Iftitah Hidayati from English Education Department. Today, I would like to present about TEFL. Okay, TEFL is the method of teaching English to individuals who do not use English in their daily lives. It is essentially teaching English as a foreign subject. And then, for example, exactly like in our context in Indonesia or in other countries such as Japan or Brazil. In the world of language teaching, there are three keys. We need to understand the difference between TEFL, TESL, and TESOL. And then number one is TEFL, teaching English as a foreign language. This is our focus, teaching in a non-English environment where there is no exposure to English outside the classroom. And then number second, TESL, teaching English as a second language, is teaching in speaking English countries. For instance, teaching immigrants in the US or UK. Here, students have opportunities to use English outside the class. And then TESOL, teaching English to speakers of other language. This is the broadest term and umbrella covering both TEFL and TESOL. It refers to teaching English in all situations. And the bottom line is, as educators in Indonesia, we are most often operating in the TEFL context. And then goals of TEFL, there are 4 points. And number one is communication goal, helping students to speak and understand English. And then number 2 is integral skills, is teaching the 4 core skills such as listening, speaking, reading, and writing. All the skills must be taught in an integrated manner. And then number 3 is exam preparations, is preparing students for standardized tests such as TOEFL or IELTS for academic or professional needs. And then number 4 is practical purpose, is equipping students for functional needs such as school, work, or TEFL. And then understanding our students' characteristic is key to teaching strategy. TEFL students have specific conditions such as they do not hear English outside the classroom. This is the biggest challenge as we are their only source of language input. And then therefore they need easy, fun, and memorable ways to learn. And then their motivations vary, ranging from formal equipment to personal desire. And then they require intensive help with all language elements, grammar, words, vocabulary, and then pronunciations. Okay, next. And then role. The role of TEFL teacher. And then number 1 is we must be creative by using games, songs, and pictures to make learning engaging and contextual. And then daily lesson planning is crucial to ensure every session is well structured. Number 3 is most importantly, We must have students enjoy learning and build a safe classroom atmosphere. And then we must also be skilled in providing feedback and correcting mistakes constructively. There are several teaching methods used in TEFL. Each method used has a different focus. Number one is grammar translations. Grammar translation use the students' native language to explain grammar rules. This is good for structural understanding but weak in speaking skills. And number two is audiolingual. It focuses on repetitions, dealing, and memorizing dialects. The goal is to form language habits. And then communicative CLT encourages students to interact and speak with peers to complete communication tasks. This is a very popular method and focuses on fluency. And then number four is task-based TBLT. Students perform authentic activities tasks and must use English to achieve the outcome of that task. Problems in TEFL. Number one is shy or unmotivated students. We must create a supportive environment free from the fear or making mistakes. And then no English at home. We must maximize time, class time for input and practice. And then large classes and different proficiency levels within one class. This requires smart instructional different students. And then the last, limit books or materials. We need to be creative in developing our own materials that are relevant to the local context. For the last is conclusions. Number one, TEFL is the essence of helping people learn English outside of an English-speaking context. And next, number two is a great TEFL teacher must be friendly, patient, and creative. And the last, despite the challenge, being a TEFL teacher is a fun and highly important job because we provide skills that are useful for students' lives. I think enough from me. I'm so sorry for all my mistakes, and last I say wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.